Mr. Eggplant presents.
Hey guys, Tyler here. Thank you for checking out this video. And this is the start of week 8 of my Marksman Hunter gearing in progression here in the second season of The War Within. Hard to believe we're almost 2 months into the tier. It feels like just yesterday we walked into the Undermine for the first time. But I have a pretty decent vault. I only have one option from Heroic Raid since my guild did the skip. And I missed Vexy, so I only have the one shot, but I'm really hoping to get one of those myth track items in the middle, since I did manage to fill the vault with 10s or higher, since we are really starting to make our push. Got 3 new 12s this last week, and got up to 2819. So another mythic track item will boost the health pool, boost the damage, and then it will also dictate what I get from my new crafted item, since we'll get our 5th full spark for the tier. But you guys have heard me talk enough. Let's go ahead and see what we get from the vault. And this is the start of 11.15, and things have been extremely buggy. Like Raid was kicking us out constantly, hitting the reset button in the middle of a boss fight and going back to the lobby. It was really weird. And Wowhead did post a little blurb saying, beware when you open up your vault. But I'm going to take the chance. I have to make the content after all. So we're going to go ahead and open this here. Make sure we're in the right spec. Something good. Just something I can use. Something I can use. Something I can use. Here we go. So I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Had a wonderful week. Will have a wonderful week. And I hope you get one of your goals done for the season. So in we have the tier pants and the Funhouse lens, which is actually really good for single target. Let's see, up here up top, of course it's in the wrong spot, but it is that Eye of Kazan. Okay, I'm probably not going to use it anyway. At this point, it's really not an upgrade for me. We have Mr. Lockenstock. So, okay, so that one is from Lockenstock himself, whatever his name is. And then the heroic piece is the Blazer of Glory. So really nothing that I'm after. That is hero track after all. And I do have a mythic piece, I believe. So, all right, you guys have already seen it. Here we go. First item is... so this would be what I would deem the BIS cloak. Because it's the right stats. And this is something that I have wanted for a while. But I'm going to have to skip that since I have a crafted cloak currently with an embellishment. So next up we have Greaves of the Galvanic Skysoar with Avoidance. Okay, I'll take that. So that actually might be huge because I'm wearing 636 boots still. So this would be a best from last season to best of this season. That would be a huge jump, and I'll have to go see what the catalyst would provide there. But that's got avoidance too, so that's always good. And that allows me to make my belt and move my embellishment there. But the last option is a helm. Pretty sure. So I do have only a hero track helm, but it does have a socket. The boots are too good to pass up because right now I have 636 boots, which will allow me to make that belt that I had said I would, and that will be what I pick. Like I normally go, we'll wait and see, but I will be picking these treads of the Galvanic Skysoar. I'm going to take them over to the catalyst, see what it gives me, and then either pop them on or catalyze them and then put them on. But I hope you guys have a wonderful week this week. Best of luck in your vault as you're opening it either on Tuesday or Wednesday, and I hope you guys get one of your goals done this week. So let's go ahead and throw it over to Future Me and see how the week went. And just like that, it's the end of week 8, and we made a ton of progress this week. So like last week, let's go ahead and start with Mythic Plus. So with Mythic Plus, up to 2944, so significant progress. They're over 100 points this week. And that was in large part to getting rid of that plus 10 mother load we had on there. But I think I timed the 12, it's been a long week for me. I think I timed the 12 Priory this week, which that video will be out on my channel. You guys want to check that one out. And we managed to clean up the mother load and then also the Cinder Brew meadery. So we have 12s across the board. My push group, everybody needs just a Priory except for Oddwin, and Oddwin needs a Cinder Brew and a Priory. So we'll really try to get those guys the last keys they need, and then we have the real big push. We do have to do, at least 3, for sure 3 13 keys to get to the fabled 3K. But we're making significant progress, and yeah, maybe we're not timing some of these keys, but we're still learning what not to do. And I mean, even if that is the case, you're learning something in a key. So looking at what my vault is going to look like, so I have hero across the board for raid, and I have, thanks to the gang tonight, I actually did 4 keys tonight, which is Monday night, the night before reset. So it was a huge shout out to everybody who, and even some players from Pixel Nerds from Ren's Guild. So thank you to them. But I have Mythic across the middle, and then who cares what I have in Delves. And then looking at the item I picked from my vault, I don't remember what. Oh yeah, I got boots. So they're not the best stat-wise boots, but they were a huge, literally like almost a, actually, no, it was a 42 item level upgrade. So, because I was using crafted boots from last season still. So I'm up to 670 item level. That allowed me to move my embellishment to my belt. So those were the 2 big upgrades for me, which were the boots that I put into the catalyst. They had avoidance, so that's kind of nice. Just a little bit of extra added bonus there. And then I was able to craft the belt, and then I got tokens a couple weeks back, so I was able to put the socket on there. So right now, I'm really looking for a helm that I could turn into tier at mythic item level, or a trinket. If I could get a priory trinket, or if I could get the pacemaker at a myth track, I would be using that over the alternative. It's just whichever one I get, because I'm really set on House of Cards. I know it's not perfect and ideal for like Mythic Plus, but House of Cards sets up perfectly with my true shot, so I really want to keep that even at 665 item level. So I'm really, honestly, I'm really hoping to get a Signet or the Priory, but I'll take what I get, and then I will stick with it. And then we're going to get a half spark this next week, so it won't be a full spark week since we got that this week. If I do not get something that I'm after at this point, I'll probably end up making a ring. That's really the last thing I need to make crafting wise, and then everything else is just going to be, moving things around as I see fit. So maybe I get a really good cloak, for example, and so then I'll want to pick up the cloak and then make the wrists, because the wrists are actually still champion. They're still 658. I haven't had any luck there, but they do have a socket. They have speed on it, which you guys know me is my favorite secondary stat, or it's technically tertiary, but it's secondary to me. It's so good. And then, let's see. So my guild is 8 of 8 normal, 8 of 8 heroic. I have not talked to Pixel Nerds to see if they're going to do anything in Mythic, but they did just get AOTC a couple weeks back, so congratulations to them. A lot of hard work paid off. As for PvP, I got a little bit of Conquest, but I'm still way behind the cap. But I'm going to be planning on making that a priority this coming week, since we're still at 576 for BG Blitz, so no progress to speak of there, but the gear is coming along. So as for my setup here, as you guys know, some people like it, some people don't. That's totally fine. But I have taken into account a lot of the feedback you guys have left. So I talked about it in the last video, I believe, but I have updated this here, so now you guys can see the DPS bar is just a little bit more better. I'm going to try to put like a healing bar or something like that there, but I just need to get the spacing right for that. And then I did update, I guess I could do this. Yeah, there we go. I did update that, and I cleaned it up a little bit, so there's not much wasted space. So now, if you guys want to see what I'm doing with my action tracker, now you can. So I hope you guys like that. It shows 5 things at a time. You'll see it in my guide. And speaking of guide, so last week, part of it was talking about the copyright takedown of a bunch of my videos, which did happen. 34 in total. So that was frustrating. I did finally count it out, because they literally sent me 1 email at a time. Ugh. But I did lose the Dark Ranger guide, but fear not. I'm taking my time with this one. Not because I have all the information, but I'm trying different ways to put the video together, and maybe it'll be a little bit more cleaner for you guys. I would encourage you to leave me feedback and see what you think of it. My goal was to have it out last Friday. It didn't happen. I had a funeral to go to on Sunday, so that kind of bogged my weekend down. But I should have it done before the end of the regular work week this week, and then I'll have that out. In the meantime, I've got a couple more Mythic Pluses out. I've got 2 transmog videos. You guys love transmog. So I'll have one for an elf hunter, specifically elf hunter, whether you're blood elf, void elf, or night elf. I think you might like it. And then I will have a mage one as well. So I know mage is out of my normal lane, so to speak, but it's one of my favorite mogs I've put together. There's a lot of different pieces, but it's a Time Lord, timey-wimey style mage lord-esque. So I was really proud of that one. I've had a lot of great feedback from my my Mage Tower video, so I will show that one off and see what you guys think. Speaking of Mage Tower, I will be getting back in there now that it's 11.1.5, because I told you guys, I promised you that I would do it every time we have a new patch, whether it's mini patch or full patch. So I'll work on getting that out with both versions, so Sentinel and Dark Ranger. The guide is going to be the first and foremost. I will not be streaming tomorrow night because Haley and I are doing a date night. But Colton and I think, should be streaming on Wednesday. We're going to actually be starting a new game, which is RuneScape Dragon Age, I think is what it's called. It's been in beta, and we've been playing that, and had a lot of fun. He's been on the mend, so I appreciate all your good vibes, well wishes, prayers, whatever you were sending his way. I really do appreciate it. He's feeling a lot better, and I do really, really appreciate it. And after he's fully on the mend, we will be getting back to streaming regular. And once I get this guide out, that has literally been like an axe over my head for like the past 3 weeks, then I will get back to streaming again. So I'm looking forward to that, because I've missed that part of my week. So we'll get back to it and finish up that pesky Paper Mario finally. But I hope you guys have a wonderful week this week. I know there's a lot going on in WoW, but I've just been a lot going on up here, and a lot going on in real life, where WoW has not been my priority, and neither has my channel, to be honest with you. But I'll have some more videos out. I've got a backlog like a million videos deep at this point. So maybe I'll refill those 34 videos I lost with the 34 that I haven't published in 2 years. I still have Crucible videos, yeah, that haven't went out. They're never going to go out, for that matter. Oh, Zeldy, is it time to go to bed? Are you telling me it's time to go to bed? All right, well, I think my dog is telling me it's time to go to bed. So I hope you guys have a wonderful week. Best of luck in your vault. I'm just hoping for anything that I can use. It doesn't have to be a certain item. Just something that's an upgrade will be awesome as we finish our push to 3K and maybe even beyond. But thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.